I'm try not to say as much if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's a filler word.
Yeah. Okay. What about that?
You're so funny.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pander, where we don't. RPR stands for petty and ridiculous, and today we're talking about life in Alaska. I have my stylist here with me. She's been here longer in Alaska than me. So we're just gonna go over some topics that I get questioned about very often, and we're gonna do our best to not alleviate your concerns, but maybe persuade you to come out here.
Absolutely.
So join us as we talk about whatever we want to talk about. And if we answer your questions while we do it, great. And if we don't, Google.
Not Google. Hilarious.
Does Alaska have McDonald's?
Absolutely. Too many of them, actually.
What kind of question is that?
I ain't gonna lie, I got that when I was younger a lot too. Going back and forth to Georgia and all that. So.
I haven't been asked, does Alaska have McDonald's? But, ladies and gentlemen, Alaska is, Anchorage, I'm sorry. I'll be very specific. Anchorage, Alaska is a city. I think it's the largest one.
It is.
It is the largest?
It is. That is correct.
Anchorage, Alaska is the largest city. So, and that's where I am. And most of you tourists who will fly through will come through Anchorage, Alaska. There's a McDonald's in the airport. So
Absolutely.
a lot of your day-to-day conveniences, there's a Walmart here, Best Buy, McDonald's, and all the other fast foods you can think of. There is no Chick-fil-A for our people from the South. So I can't help you there. There is no In-N-Out Burger if you're from Cali. And
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
There is Burger King. You got your Burger King. You got your Sonic.
Okay. You got your Dairy Queen.
Got your Dairy Queen. Got your Raisin Cane's. That just actually started happening. That just came.
Raisin Cane's?
Raisin Cane's.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just locking moisture in. That's all, y'all. Just in case y'all wondering what's going on right here.
First of all, tell them to mind their business.
Mind your business.
You know what you're doing. You're the professional.
Okay. Well, my other cap is in the back. I didn't feel like going back there. So I'm like, we're going to use this one. This is okay. This works just as fine.
Right. Oh, okay. Not me not knowing what you're doing.
Sorry, I had to blow your hair out.
No, I thought you were going to stick the thing in there and blow it out just inside the bag. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Someone asked in the group chat about they expect, and see, this is a common misconception I think I had when I came here too, that they expected for Alaska to have a very healthy seafood, like eating scene, like a foodie scene for seafood.
Okay.
And I don't know if I've had, so as someone who doesn't, like as a transplant to Alaska, I don't think it's very possible or very realistic to come to Alaska and be like, I'm going to get the best seafood anywhere, unless you go to Juneau, Alaska. There you could, because it's by the bay, you can do a little bit of seafood. Mm-hmm. But to come to Anchorage and say, I'm going to just go get like the best seafood I can get, I don't think that's very realistic.
Yeah, that's not. It's not. I can't even tell you, to me, honestly, right now, where the best place to get your best seafood food is. I think that's going to be different across the board, no matter who you ask. Mm-hmm. I feel like when we had Sea Galley here, which is no longer, that was super popular, really, really good. Mm-hmm. I love their king crab. I get a bucket of that with a baked potato, go to the salad bar. It was popping.
I don't think it's realistic for. What I think if you want really quality seafood here, especially in Anchorage, if that's the only place you're gonna go, I think you have to know someone who has like a boat, or like you have to know someone who will go out into the wild to catch it fresh. Mostly because I think like Norton Sound is where people recommend a lot, but I think a lot of the food or resources they get shipped down to lower 48 and then come back up. I've done a healthy amount of Alaska. I think King Salmon. The places I haven't done are like Sitka, are Adak.
Okay.
Is that a place?
Yeah.
I've done Nome, so I've done the Iditarod.
Okay. Did you like that Iditarod?
So things to do for fun in Alaska. One is the Iditarod, and it's essentially what would you say a dog sledding race across all of Alaska and Canada, I think.
Yes.
Some parts of Canada.
Yes.
And I'm so sure that like for the people who are participating and who are a part of the teams, because of what I've seen, like and conversation I've had with some of them, it is an experience that they go through, like a very long and rough experience. To be like someone is out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by ice and wildlife, with their dogs. Because I think on the last Iditarod, someone's sled dogs got stomped by a moose.
Yeah.
So,
heard that.
But when you are like me, a tourist coming into Nome to like watch the finish, your day is by way and afar. You're waiting either at your hotel or like what? Because Nome is small, like all of the spoke locations. So you have a hotel. That hotel has a coffee shop. You have downtown Nome, which is like maybe like a visitor center. There's a Chinese restaurant because Chinese food is big in Alaska. And then they have a stage for like the dogs to arrive. And there's a horn that says, "This is the first arrival." And we all run outside and gather for the first arrival. And as a tourist who, like, if you don't have a whole bunch of like vested interest in like the placement of racers, if you're just like, oh, I just want to see the Iditarod, it's as nice as showing up to a parade. It's the best way I can put it.
That's a good way of putting it.
Show up and you're like, okay, like great, like, and the performance has like, if you're, for instance, I was in a band growing up, and my mom would see me walk past her like with my school, and the moment my school had finished like walking past the spot that she was standing, she was gone. The parade was over, and there made no sense for her to stay there anymore. I feel like that is essentially what the Iditarod is to people who aren't vested in learning more about the Iditarod or like the festivals going on.
Right.
Because it really isn't like what happens is a lot of the team, they get dogpiled on by like the people who are reporting on the status of the dogs and the placement, like, and celebrating whoever finished first. I think the guy who won the last Iditarod has been winning for the last 5 years in a row.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Look at
it
you
was
knowing
like
a whole lot.
Yeah, I as someone who goes to these places as a part of my job, I'm like, okay, I should know. Like, I'm not just gonna show up. I'm gonna be as vested as I can be.
Right.
But I also have the mindset of like, I'm from the lower 48, and my interest is about bucket list experience. Like, I'm as interested as like just marking it off on a bucket list and moving on. So I have both of those perspectives. I'm like, I want to be as vested, and I want to be as immersed as the people who are here to appreciate it, but also understand that I don't really know too much about what's going on here. I kind of took the deep dive and like stuck my toe in out of nowhere. So from that sense, when I'm on like huddling with all the people, and I can put on the extrovert shoes, but I'm not an extrovert.
Right.
So I think a lot of times, hi. I think a lot of times when you step into that situation, you have to be able to be like, okay, I'm going to talk to strangers, but also there's a certain sense of like the teams who are also not from Alaska are willing to open up to you.
Right.
But because these locals or these local town people have been inundated with tourists, there's a certain unacceptability of like walking up to someone who's a native to that town
Right.
and trying to hold a conversation.
True.
There's a certain wavelength you have to be on to bridge that gap and say,
Then you were talking about bucket lists. What's on your bucket list for Alaska? Or have you been fishing? Or have you fished?
I have done the ice fishing,
Okay.
but that's another thing. I didn't come, I'm unique in my experience to Alaska that I didn't come from the lower 48 with Alaska's on my bucket list, I need to get it accomplished. I came to Alaska for an opportunity.
Gotcha.
So I didn't have those things like, as I spent my time here, I did develop that I want to go hunting because everyone here is a hunter, or like everyone comes here as their like hunting trips.
Gotcha.
So that is something that with time came and I did experience. But I do know all of the, thanks to my time, I do have the connections to the people who are like, I'm going fishing. Do you want me to, depending on my haul, do you want me to just, give you some of the salmon?
Okay. Yeah, you like it.
If you come to Alaska, find those people.
Right.
Because they're fresh. So something I think, I don't know how many people from the lower 48 will know this, but the different types of salmon.
Oh, I don't know that I even know that. What
Right.
you mean different types of salmon?
There's like red salmon, white salmon. Like salmon isn't just like this one fish that's always pink.
Okay.
Apparently, and like they're depending on where they're caught, they change.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's very. And I don't know if they taste too much different because salmon my palate isn't so refined.
Oh, okay.
But to certain people, they're just like, oh, you can tell this is fresh caught and it's from this area because it tastes like so and so.
I've encountered that before now that you mention it, because someone had gave me some salmon over the summer and they said, oh, you need to rinse this off very well because it's river fish.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, what? Okay. Like, but it's salmon, but it was from, I guess, a river or something like that.
Listen, I feel about river fish the way I feel about Gulf shrimp.
Really?
It's a very, very strong taste.
Oh.
If you ever have Gulf shrimp, you know it's Gulf shrimp because it tastes like the water it swims in.
Okay.
Or to me, it does.
Okay.
So anytime I'm in Louisiana, I'm like, because y'all use Gulf shrimp here and I can't.
Right. Well, you see, growing up, my mom, she was allergic to seafood, so we just really didn't have seafood like that, let alone salmon, even though she can eat salmon. It's just I think we just didn't touch seafood, period,
Right,
because
no dibbling dabbling, right? Set yourself up for
pretty much, yeah. Because you sit there and eat that, and now your kids want, shrimp and the other
we
stuff.
have a crab
Can we have
boil,
a crab leg? Right. She's like, no. So I think we just stayed away from seafood altogether. But so now it's really interesting how much I kind of actually don't know but do about it. So when you said that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I did not realize there was different types of salmon.
Yeah, and just to tie this back around for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
There are different types of salmon, and that knowing someone who can go out and has the boats and goes fishing is how you get the access to the good seafood, because I don't think, you can get some of it in store, but a lot of the canneries here, they send everything down to the lower 48 and then bring it back up. Nothing is like they went out, caught it, and they have it in the store. We don't have like fish markets, especially in Anchorage, that you can just go shop at. You have some of them, like you have canneries in a lot of the smaller little towns and cities, but even then their main focus isn't providing for the town that they're in.
Right.
They're providing for the lower 48.
True.
So a lot of the seafood that people I think would be interested in grabbing here is just, if you can buy it in the lower 48, you can probably buy it the same here if you're going to prepare it yourself.
That's interesting.
And in Anchorage, like we said earlier, in Anchorage, they don't really have, like right now it's Inferno is the #1 recommendation.
Right.
But Inferno is a Louisiana style. Exactly.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be a Louisiana style eating experience.
Okay.
So Okay, and I like a lot of the eating experiences here. They are all trying to emulate something that you can get into the lower 48.
Right.
But maybe based on resources or lack of cultural diversity, I don't feel personally that a lot of the things hit the mark of what they're trying to emulate. If that, because I personally haven't eaten at Inferno, but the people I know who have been from like Louisiana,
Correct.
who I work with, are like, it's very dry. It's not to their palate for what
Right.
they're looking for what the advertisement was.
Right.
Like, don't sell me a boil and then the only thing on the boil is butter.
True.
So
Definitely get that.
yes, and then there are restaurants here that I'm like, as someone who like island or Caribbean descent, I want my like brown stew chicken and X, Y, and Z. So I go to the place that's out in the Eagle River, and I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Okay, like for it being on demand, it's palatable,
Right.
and I'm happy to have it, but I'm happy to have it based on Alaska standard." So we have developed here is something I asterisk as the Alaska standard. It's good, but it's good for Alaska standard.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's okay. I see your point there. Alaska does have very good food, though. We'll say that.
But you have
But if you
don't know how to get as a local as a transient coming in, if you don't have the network to point you in the right direction,
Correct.
you will be a fast
Lost.
food.
You'll be like, oh, what is this?
The places that I have found I'm not giving out any recommendations here, first of all. But the places I have found have been from people like that I've met, and they were like, oh, like let's go to this, traditional hole in the wall that like you aren't thinking about, you're not driving down Spinard thinking about this place.
Correct.
But then you turn off Spinard onto a back road and you're like, oh, yes, let's eat here. But this person has been eating there forever.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, sure, I'll follow because I trust you. And then that's like the best pho I had
Right.
at this location. And
Gotcha.
I'm never going to share.
Why not? You want nobody else
I'm not going to show them. I'll tell you.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I think what people watching at home will see would be places like Whiskey and Ramen.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when people come to town, I'm like, oh, where you want to go? Or like, do you have any good recommendation? I'm like, let's just take you to Whiskey and Ramen.
Yeah.
Because it has that, it's honestly just ramen.
Yeah, it is.
And they have Wagyu steak. So I'm
Yes.
like,
give it a go.
it's easy enough to be like, it's scalable.
Right.
And it has that certain level of like, it costs enough money that I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It's not.
I got you.
Right.
Right. I've only been there once.
Okay.
A friend took me there for my birthday, and this was when they first opened.
Okay.
And so that was my first encounter. But sometimes when places first open, I don't know what it is. I think they're just like working the kinks out, you know what I mean? And things aren't necessarily always like smooth. Even if it was in Lower 48, you had in Lower 48, you come here and you're like, oh, they opened it here. And, you're like, wait, it tastes different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest about, this is going to be in a paywalled portion. So if you want to listen to some of the things that we have to say about our honest review about things in Alaska, make sure you go follow us on Patreon. Because what I'm about to say now is going behind the paywall. So services in Alaska are for now Anchorage specific. Well, no, honestly, I could cover Alaska. It's not that. Okay. Alaska is a land of opportunity for sure. And I feel that if you have any skill, like right now you're doing my hair, but
Right.
there are nail techs. The deeper in Alaska you go, the more valuable your skill gets, regardless of skill level.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We had a coworker in Kotzebue, which is the Arctic Circle for you all
Right.
walking by home, who knew how to do nails and like to do them on herself.
Okay.
And so one day a passenger who happened to live in town was like, oh, like who did your nails? She's like, oh, I did it myself. All the neighborhood was like, oh, would you kindly, how much would it cost you? And it was like, and she was hesitant, but I was like, look, it's something you like doing and it's a source of income.
Right.
And because you are one of the only people, because the other person had left town for
Okay.
like the summer, like you,
Yeah.
you're right now in this very moment, you're the only one doing this in this area. So the way you can charge whatever you want, and typically that's what happens. People charge whatever. Hey, like I'm making up. I don't feel like doing your nails today, so I'm adding $100.
What? Now that's crazy. I'm sorry.
Whatever you want, the price, and the price will be the price.
Damn. Oof. I don't know. I just ain't that type of greedy. I can't do that. I feel bad. I can't do that.
But it also comes with something.
Demand.
Cost versus demand, yes. But one thing I can say about having your own business or running your own services in Alaska is, I don't know if it's all Alaskans, but a lot of the Alaskans I've run into, there's a certain level of flakiness, or like, what's another word for flaky?
Oof. Don't give me the line.
Not unresponsible. It's a certain level of like.
I mean, I feel like sometimes there's really no integrity in this business with some people, unfortunately.
But I'm not even talking about the business owner. I'm thinking about the customer.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
I can't tell you how many times even with my coworkers, when I first got here, I was like, oh, let's make plans, and they're like, same day, hey, I'm not going to make it. Like, you made the plan, sir.
True.
Like, I'm just going along. I'm new
right.
here.
I'm new here.
I don't know what's going on, but like, same day cancellations, like hours before, if.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that happens, like you said, in personal and business too.
Yes.
On the who am I talking about? Coworkers, but yeah, coworker side of things and anyway.
So for this one who had her service in Kotzebue, she had one of the people who was like one of the first people who found her.
Okay.
She was like, oh, I would love to get my nails done. Had paid this giant deposit and all the good stuff, and then was like, oh yeah, I'm in Anchorage right now. Your appointment's today. Your appointment's right now. When were you going to tell me that you decided to fly out?
Right.
Oh yeah, I just decided to go to Anchorage really quickly. I'll be back when I get back. You think my appointment is still there? No. I have a job.
Right.
I have work to do. Like, what do you mean? Oh well, like I paid a deposit. Have your deposit back.
Well, see, that's the thing too, though, because that's what a deposit is for, is to hold your spot. You know what I mean? You should not be refunded a deposit and you are not making your appointment. Like, you took money from that person that's held a spot for you, and they can't get their full, service. You know what I mean?
But it was just the blatant though, you knew, and then
right. How's that fair though?
There was no pressing upon, because we had more of the conversation upon them getting back, and there was no pressing emergency that needed to be done. It was just this person had the means and felt like coming to Anchorage at that time. Okay. And so completely blew off the appointment. Wow. And then it was like, oh yeah, like I was calling her all day, X, Y, and Z, and I was like, if this was me, because in Miami or in the lower 48, they want you to arrive with this, that, the third completed. Right. And so for them to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to blow it off. Yeah, you've lost your money. Oh, wow. But in situations like that where you want to keep like the network open. Right. It doesn't behoove you to be like, hey, let me hold you accountable for your consequences. Because
absolutely, as you should.
Just as the demand comes from like the scarcity of your resource, the demand also relies on there to be a scarcity or a want for it, and you can very easily get redballed or blacklisted in these locations where it's just like, no, I don't like them because the sky is blue today. Okay, absolutely. Great. And so all the elders are like, nah, we're not messing with you today. Right. That's a thing.
That is a thing. That's a scary thing, actually. Because people can just say whatever they want about you and it'd be untrue, and then all it takes for somebody to see it or agree with it or deter them away from, that person now because of the bad mouthing that went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice. They did not right. But that's how it is sometimes, unfortunately.
So for the folks at home, come to Alaska. If you have a service or you have something, Alaska is very much the land of opportunity.
Sure.
And because of the scarcity of such resources, the price will be the price as you determine it. So you can negotiate or you can raise it. And depending on how far or close to the outer circle you are, that price does increase. But it is always close-knit around Alaska. So be aware that your reputation precedes you everywhere you go.
So true.
And no matter no matter what location you stop into, if you go outside of Juneau, Fairbanks, and Anchorage, which are the three big cities of Alaska, they know you aren't from there immediately upon landing you're off the plane. That is, as someone who works in a position that goes to a lot of those smaller villages, you step off the plane and every single villager in town knows that you have arrived, know that you aren't there normally, know whether it's your first or second or third time being there. All of this information is very public and very immediately available. Not to you, because you will walk into a situation and say hi, and there are 15 people who have maybe a sour attitude about you because you didn't say hi to one of the elders upon walking off the plane. It is a thing. But it can also be a positive because with establishing connections with those elders, that's how you get some of the crazier resources. Like I have my sealskin hat. I have a lot of my apparel that is very native and locally sourced. I got it because I made those connections there. So you have to make that network connection on your own.
Absolutely.
All right.
Look at you getting around.
It's been a long time coming. You have no idea. So one thing they will probably definitely be looking for is the age-old question. There's black people in Alaska? Yes. There are a lot of people of color in Alaska. In fact, I don't know how I would want to say this. I'm going to put some of this behind the paywall. So you better go to Patreon for some of the words I'm going to say. Because as a person of color, there are things you need to know. And if you get my drift, you get it.
Oh, goodness.
And if you don't, go behind the paywall. So you've been here longer than I have as a person of color in Alaska. How has your experience been?
It's been good, actually.
Okay.
It's been good. I've ran into some interesting, unique, well, I'm not going to call them unique. I'll just say interesting to me because everybody has their own experiences. Everyone has dealt with things differently. Some people's tolerance level is different. I will say that I've tolerated, some things. And I'm pretty sure someone else in my position probably would not have tolerated some of the things that I have.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But in my mind at the time, it was for good reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you react and your reaction may not be, you know what I mean?
Right.
The best reaction. So I am glad that I didn't react in ways that I could have at the time because it could have been a different outcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the people at home, Alaska, like most of America, is a melting pot of cultures. There are a lot of POCs, and for people who look like us, who are black, are considered black, you aren't going to see, I will say it's a good testament to my time here, that you aren't going to see us you aren't going to walk around neighborhoods and be like, you know what? A good way to say it, there's no Martin Luther King's Boulevard here.
There is.
There is.
There is, but what's so funny? It's not where you think it would be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, you go to the South and you know where it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Here it's not. It's actually over there off of Tudor.
Okay.
And that's where that college is, and then the police department over there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So it's not where you think it would be here.
I stand corrected. And I wasn't expecting that. So one of the things I do in the lower 48 with one of the things I do in the lower 48 with a group of friends of mine is we go, anytime we land in the city, we go to Martin Luther King Boulevard, or Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, because on the other side of that, that's where we at.
Right. Right.
So we are always like, okay, let's go see what this side of the city look like, because we looking for us.
Right.
I will be honest in saying that I haven't done that while I've been here. I haven't done that yet, because in walking around and doing my day-to-day activities in Alaska, I haven't seen enough of us to be like, oh, there's a huge population of us. Like, I think I came into this environment with saying that low expectation of like the number of us. I expect there to be some of us,
right,
but not a lot of us.
Right.
And I know, because I have run into pockets of us, like in like, honestly, right up here up the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, we are here. We're very present. We keep to ourselves.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because we live everywhere here. I know people would want to probably stereotype and think we just live in Fairview and Mount View or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But no, we everywhere.
You heard that, Fairview, Mountain View, the ghetto.
Oh my God!
I just want you to know, so if you like me, and every city you go to, you gotta go check out the hood, because that's where you came from. Fairview, Mountain View. That's all we're gonna say about that. For now. Check out the check out the paywall. Go follow us on Patreon for our behind the hood content.
Not behind the hood. I can't.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So there are pockets of us, and you said like people expect for us to be in like certain parts,
Absolutely.
But we are pocketed everywhere.
Everywhere.
What I found, what recently brought to my attention was, apparently there's a very large population of us in Fairbanks.
Yes.
Yeah, like listen, because I will never. Okay, so what I tell myself, I'm not a big fan of the idea of being in Fairbanks Airport, because I heard it's very anti.
Okay.
But then I heard that from people who don't look like us. So now that I've heard there's a large organization of us in Fairbanks, it makes me want to go and be like, okay, maybe I've been misled because all of my coworkers don't look like me.
Right. That's very true. I can see that. And I can't really speak 100% to that. I heard it, but I've only been to Fairbanks, to be honest, twice.
Okay.
Actually, I'm lying, 3 times. I went 3 times. But I didn't run into us.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I heard. So
Okay.
I guess we be hiding.
Yeah.
We be to ourselves.
We are everywhere. We are very much to ourselves. And then going back to speaking about diversity, what you will find a lot of, you won't find as much people without color. You won't find a caucasity here, but you will find a lot of like the native. We have a lot of Mun here.
Absolutely.
In Anchorage. And so in Alaska, the native tribes are everywhere.
Absolutely.
They are the majority of the people here, and then they break down to like, you have Samoans, Tongans, Muns. You have a lot of Koreans and like Filipino people here.
Thai.
A lot. Thai. There's a huge, they are as hidden as the black community, but they are here, the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans.
Hispanic,
the Spanish community. While there is a lot of caucasity to be found, I think there is a healthy amount of diversity or POCs here to balance them out.
Right.
All of that to say, Alaska is a red state.
It is. It is.
So don't get confused. All right, and we're gonna jump to the paywall portion, and we'll be right back.
You know what? I'm dropping something today because I didn't know that.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I do think because of my job's requirement to travel around the state, I do get a good picture about Alaska.
Right.
That I'm sure that people who are only here for the tourism of like getting on a cruise and going to see the glacier
Right.
wouldn't get.
Absolutely.
Speaking of
Okay.
tourism, let's get into tourism in Alaska. What is your experience with like the tourists? Because we were talking about summer earlier,
Right.
and that is tourist season.
Yeah.
And for a lot of the businesses in Alaska, that is a large part of where the revenue comes from. There are whole businesses dedicated to like whale watching and things, and then they're here just for those 3 months of summer and gone for the rest of the year.
Right.
And then we do have the snowbird families who are here for the summer and then they're gone for the winters.
Right.
Um,
It's busy. I will say that it's really hard to get hotels. You know, you better book in advance because hotels are sold out. Rental cars, you won't find them. I mean, even on Turo, apparently people have had issues doing that. So anyway, my point is, it's busy.
Yeah.
It's definitely busy. A lot of people, they want to take advantage of the cruises that are here. They want to take advantage of the food that they hear about, and they want to take advantage of just walking downtown because there's not too much more that you can do, unless you're adventurous, of course. So then people take advantage, of course, fishing. That's like the main thing people come here for in the summertime too, is to go fishing. And a lot of people just like the scenery and they want to take the drive, you know.
So we were talking about this a bit off camera, but Alaska is very picturesque. I personally was not, like, as a proud city boy, I personally wasn't a big fan of, like, if we leave out, Denali or the mountains are they are your background at all points in driving around Alaska or being in Alaska. I personally I was a fan. I was like, it's there, but like it's kind of background noise and static to me. But I'm sure a lot of people come for that background to have gone through that. And here's something you probably don't even know. In Kotzebue, if you drive out into what is called the tundra, where you could go berry picking and all of that good
Right.
stuff, there's a windmill or wind turbine field, and right to the left, you know that background screen you have on Microsoft Windows where it's just like a rolling hill of green grass? That's in Kotzebue.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until I saw it. I was like, oh, that looks like something. And then someone showed me their computer screen, and it's 1-to-1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 1-to-1.
That's awesome.
It's really nice to walk through. It's like a 10-mile little walk. So if you guys are into hiking, Alaska's great because we have all of the trails. What I will say,
Be careful.
exactly, that's exactly right. What I will say to tourists, oh my goodness, just like Alaska is covered in wildlife, so please understand that it is wild. I can't tell you how many times I've gone up to Flat Top to like go hiking just for a tourist to come towards me and see a moose on the road. Moose are incredibly large, incredibly stealthy for how large they are. They are basically shadows walking on the road. They reflect light during the nighttime. So if you're 9 times out of 10, if you are driving at any time when the sun is, lower than a little bit visible, and you see some weird shadow out of the corner of your eye, that is a wildlife. 9 times out of 10, it's a moose if you're in town. It's probably not going to be a bear, but it could be a bear, honestly. Do not, if you value your life, do not get out and try to touch that animal.
You said you value your life.
No, 'cause I was on Flat Top the other day, and literally, as I'm driving towards Flat Top, I see the moose.
Okay.
But I also see a car coming towards me. But the moose is like off to the side. It's not in any way of getting in the trouble of road. So you're not like one of those things where you have to wait for the moose all day.
Right.
It's to the side. This family stops their car. I see them stop.
Uh-oh.
I see them like, they're going to take pictures from the car. Great. Cool. Keep it moving. And they proceed to get out the car.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
They proceed to walk closer to the moose.
Oh boy.
The moose puts its ears back, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to watch someone die. I am literally about to watch someone die right now. And then they click, 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 click. Oh, look over here, mommy, it's a moose. This moose, this animal is larger than your car, and it has a full set of horns. It's like it's horns, and it's lowering its head, being like, "Hey, right now it's probably not the best time to be in my space."
Right.
And it's click, click, click. I literally have to roll down my window and say, "Get back in the fucking car before you die."
Stop.
Because they are like so enamored with like taking pictures of this moose.
Oh my goodness.
It was just a surreal thing because I was like, I know people do it, but in my mind, it's one of those things where you don't really do that. Like,
You don't, correct.
That's not like, no, I feel like you're warned enough to know that don't approach wildlife.
Right.
It's going to be in like, I have moose, we have moose cross into our backyard all the time.
Right.
They're by the trash cans, eating the foliage. But because they are these giant stealthy creatures, that you will be directly next to them before you notice that moose is there. And if it's angry at you for anything, that's your life.
True.
9 times out of 10 though, if they're in a city, they pretty much don't really care about you. So if you don't bother them, they won't bother you.
Right.
Which is a good, point of reference. And as someone who lives here, I know to not bother them and go on about my business. Oh my God, I'm startled. Walk away.
Right.
The tourists that I've run into don't have that sense of danger to be like, okay, I've seen it. I need to leave. So they are like, oh, then pull out my camera. And then that draws attention from the animal to them.
Right.
Yeah. Please don't.
Just don't. Yeah, right. Please just don't.
Please don't.
Me too.
If you are like me and you're not an outdoorsy person, don't go outside by yourself. And when I say outside, I mean don't go to the top of a hiking trail without a gun or bear spray, even though bear spray doesn't really work, I'm told.
I was gonna ask you if you talked about the bear spray.
Yeah, bear spray it's more of everyone here will say bear spray is more seasoning for the meat that you are to that bear. It's not going to really get a bear to go away if that bear is determined to get you.
That part. I don't know if there's any good particular brands out there that will, but I haven't ran into a bear quite yet. There was one on our doorstep before, but thank goodness we had looked at the camera before we went outside.
See, at least you have the wherewithal to do that.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, in my travels, especially like in Cordova, I'm not going to shame Cordova, but I can't tell you how many times I've gotten out my car and a bear's been right there. Just like, right, I'm like, oh,
wow.
Let me close the door. So many times, right outside.
Bears are so smart though. I've heard stories about bears actually opening car doors and being inside the car doors, or even opening up people's homes.
Opening up the door, getting in the car,
correct,
to eat whatever, like snack bars and things. They
Yeah.
open up the trash cans. It's a thing, yeah.
It's a thing. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't believe it until someone actually showed me a video, someone I actually knew. Because you can see stuff on YouTube. You don't know what's real, what's fake, whatever.
Right.
But
No,
I'm like, oh, I know you, and this is your house. So I was like, oh, wow, that happened.
I have seen a bear wait in front of, in our housing in Cordova. It's like, I have a set of stairs, there's a middle thing at the lower, and then there's another set of stairs on the other side.
Gotcha.
And right under the stairs in front of my place is a giant trash can for the entire place.
Okay.
That bear will come, go into the trash can. They had to put a lock on it. When we put the lock on it, it started going towards the door on the basement level.
Oh.
And so when I would be like, oh, I'm just going to go for a walk, like maybe to the store or to the gym.
Right.
That's when I would run into the bear after it was like trying to get access to the house.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, oh, great. There's a bear outside.
Well, that part. Like, what else? What should I do?
And because they're so like, they blend in with nature so well. Like I literally have gotten out the car. I'm like, oh, it smells weird outside. And I'm like, oh, wait, I know the smell. I've been in this.
Really?
And in the entire time that I've smelled it, didn't see the bear at all. At all. I didn't see or hear the bear, but because I smelled it, I knew it was there. So I would go up, I'm like, I don't see it, but I'm just gonna quickly get up the stairs real quick, turn on a light at the top of the stairs, and the bear is waiting for me at the bottom. It's a thing. It happens more than once. So I was like, I have great luck with bears.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't like to go outside.
Right, seriously.
I'm like, my bear luck is crazy. That's why I don't like going to what is called Barrow, ladies and gentlemen. Barrow has polar bears.
I didn't realize that actually.
Yeah, they are also in Prudhoe Bay, but because Prudhoe Bay is like a giant mining field and you can't really go there unless you have a job to be there.
Okay.
You're never going to go there, but Barrow is a place that like you can go and live if you would like. And it's to the point that like they do have polar bear tours, and over the years they gotten pretty good about like knowing where a polar bear is like under someone's house or anything like that.
Gotcha.
And notifying everybody. But it's one of those things where like if you're getting gas, you have to face the ocean.
Okay.
Because it's very likely that a polar bear is out there, and if you aren't facing the ocean and they walk up on you, you're gone.
You're gone.
Because they do
Absolutely.
hunt humans. It's
That
a
makes
thing.
sense.
There's a video I think that's recently going around on the interwebs about like a guy getting chased by a bear, and he hops on his snowmobile and ride away, and a bear's chasing after him. Yeah, they're fast and they're big and they're quick and they're kind of stealthy. Yeah, I don't play these games,
My
and you shouldn't either.
That part.
All right.
Too funny. Oof. What else you got?
So many things. Some people ask, what do you do for fun in Alaska? I think a good, healthy portion of it we just covered. As tourists, you will probably come here for fishing. A lot of you come here to get on the cruises, like the Disney cruise is big, to go to see the glaciers in Juneau. A lot of the hiking is the thing. If you are into the outdoors, Alaska is for you. But if you aren't, that's the better question. Because if you're into the outdoors, during the winter there's snowboarding, ice snowboard, or ice skate. You can go to Diamond Mall and then ice skate. I've recently gone hunting. I've gone on all the trail hiking. There are like what is that ox? That not bison. What is that?
Don't know, because it's the same thing. Oxtail, bison, buffalo.
Oh no.
Shoot.
We have
What
some.
are you referring to? Like
The farm that's on the way to Palmer. Musk ox? I think that's it.
Is that it? Okay.
I'm going to say that's it. If I'm wrong, you'll figure it out. There's a farm where you can like meet the wildlife. Alaska also has a farm. I'm told it's not the greatest experience. I'm going to be honest. So, if you're coming to Alaska, there are plenty of things to do outdoors. And that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time. I think if you are ready to live the outdoor adventure, feel free to come to Alaska. But if you aren't, you're going to find that there isn't a lot offered for you. We do have movie theaters in Anchorage. And when you get to the smaller cities, they have like cinemas, but a lot of it's like old time movies. They don't have like what's the current new. There are malls here. I just, for the first time, went into the Fifth Avenue Mall.
Really?
For the first time? Yeah, yesterday when I was looking for equipment.
Yeah, it's a very pretty mall.
Yeah, it's more mall-like than what is called Diamond Mall. That was the impression I got. I was like, oh, this is more of a mall feeling than Diamond Mall, which is the bigger mall. Yeah. People do prowl the malls, but that is not the most entertaining thing to do.
Right.
There aren't a crazy amount of places to eat. There's like, if you're coming for like, if you're a foodie, like trying to hit up, a food truck, like during the certain parts of the year, we have all of the events you could probably have in the lower 48. So you have like I like the food truck hill. You will have that, but it'll be like 3 food trucks, 3 food vendors.
Gotcha.
We have a Renaissance Fair, but the Renaissance Fair is in a park. So if you're used to like the California or the Florida Renaissance Fair, which are these giant situations in Deerfield Beach and like whatever in California, we have one, but the scale is way down. And so I would say to most of the things in Alaska they are the same, but they're the Alaska equivalent. They're the Alaskan standard, where they aren't quite meeting the standard that your expectations are giving you from what you have gotten from the lower 48. That's on the Alaska Standard hits every inch of everything in Alaska. So anything you can think about, I would say plan for an Alaskan Standard to whatever that is, your expectation is. If you have this crazy idea of hotels and Airbnbs, Alaska Standard. If you have this crazy idea of like car rentals, Alaska Standard. Because what a lot of people would do, I figure a lot of beaters with heaters is
Beaters with heaters.
because think about it. Like, I have seen so many cars that are just like their windshield they gave up 10 years ago. And I was like, oh, okay. Didn't wonder why. But then you get a brand new windshield, and someone's gravel destroys it the next day.
And you're like, oh.
That's why. Yeah.
So true.
I hate it. That's why I'm like, don't break my windshield because I ain't got time for it. I ain't got the time. I don't have the patience.
That part. Speaking of, how do you prepare for the winter here?
Me personally, layers. If you are coming here, especially, I am from Florida originally. I am from Dade specifically.
Crack me up.
I'll go ahead.
I'm from Dade.
If you are coming here, I am from Dade, so I am not used to Alaskan cold. Alaska on a hot day, I would say hits 60. I don't know Alaska to go, especially Anchorage. If you're in Anchorage and you're going south, then I think that's Yak Attack and those places, you might get 80. But if you're thinking Anchorage and you're going north, like Juneau and Nome and all of those places, you're doing good if you got a 60-degree day. So mentally you have to prepare. I'm going to say if you're not buying your winter gear in somewhere it's equally cold around the year, don't waste your time buying winter gear outside of Alaska because it's not gonna cover your needs. I would say have a suitcase ready so you can like buy some thermals and all that good stuff, especially if you're coming from Florida.
Right.
Florida gear is not going to help you in Alaska winter, even during the summer, because you aren't mentally prepared for it, and the clothes here were made to keep you warm here.
Right.
So I say just go ahead and like some thermals here, like, and I feel because I think the jackets that you would buy in Florida would be like mentally bulky. And then you'll get here and you'll be over encumbered because it's not enough, so you have to layer it, and you'll be like this. Versus the things here were made to keep you warm, and they're very thin. So I have clothes as thin as like this, but they are very warm, so I don't need to wear but two shirts.
Good morning.
I think that's the thing. I just prepare to be layered. So in the winter, what am I typically wearing? I have some fuzzy socks because comfort, some long underwear, and a pair of jeans, and I'm typically
And you're pretty
good.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also been here long enough to acclimate.
Gotcha.
Because when I first got here, I would walk outside and I'm like, oh no. I'm going back inside.
I'm going
But then
quickly.
it's odd because I would freeze to death because I came here like at the start of a winter. But then when summer came around, I'm like, oh, so no one's hot? Y'all don't.
Right.
I'm burning up.
Right.
But because it's Alaska, everyone's like, we don't have AC because it's cold, it's Alaska. We don't need an AC unit. And so if you go to a hotel and you're staying here and you see an AC unit,
Right.
congratulations, you are in what is considered a nicer hotel.
Damn.
I wish that was a joke. But they put some of our coworkers in the Hyatt and they had they had an AC unit. I was like, oh, look, they gave you an AC for once.
Oh, goodness.
That's new for our organization. It is.
That's so wrong.
It's true.
Too funny.
If you're coming during the summer, be prepared for the insect swarm. Where is it? King salmon. If you want to get a good idea of how bad the bugs can be, King Salmon, Alaska. If you look up just the airport on like Google Maps or Yelp or the Maps app on your iPhone, there is a bug. I mean, there is a picture where you can see just how dense the bugs in your peripheral will be.
Wow.
In Anchorage, it doesn't get that bad, but we do have what is called like. My first time here, I thought Alaska was being swarmed by dragonflies. Turns out, those weren't dragonflies; those were mosquitoes, and they are that large. But if you're not squeamish around mosquitoes, but you are around roaches, guess what? You don't really have a roach issue. You have a mosquito issue during the summer, and depending on where you stay, you might have a bed bug issue. So become prepared for that. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. What you say? Bring your steamer.
Bring your steamer and have your tricks of the trade to look for bed bugs, because depending on where you go, it's a big thing for there to be a bed bug epidemic. Regardless of the hotel, we just get so many transient people in Alaska that some of those issues are just an issue.
Yeah.
It's just a way of too many people coming through.
Right. Ooh. Give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I hate it. Okay. So we covered the foodie things here. We covered some of the layers of diversity. We covered what do you do for fun. Oh, okay. I guess we haven't covered the basics.
Okay.
Common questions about Alaska. Let me just run down your things. Is it 60 days? Half the year is day and half the year is night? Are there vampires?
Who asked? I've never. What?
Because there is a movie called 28 Days Later.
Okay.
It was filmed out in, but I think it's Barrow.
Oh.
And Barrow gets it. So if you want
Okay.
the half year of light and dark, then you have to go above what is called the Arctic Circle. That means everything is permafrost under a certain level of thing. And at that point, when it's approaching the winter solstice or the summer solstice, that's when you get those full days of darkness, full days of light. Where when it's light, it's just that the sun barely, when it's going down, it's just touching the horizon and going right back to the top of the world. So it's always ever present.
Right.
And then when it's nighttime, it's just you will never see the sun. If it does peak up, it'll peak at the horizon and let you see sunset in a way out there, but it won't ever truly be daytime. But as you get closer to the cities like Juneau, Anchorage, Fairbanks, you don't get that. You get hours of each. So during times when it's mostly darkness, you get about 4 or 5 hours during the day of sunlight, and then vice versa when it's mostly sunlight.
Wow. I feel like you know so much more about Alaska than I do.
I just get my family asks these questions all the time too. They always are like, "Oh, well, what is the sun like?" I'm like, "Okay, so during."
I'm learning too.
During the summer, it's not always sunlight. You get about 4 hours. Here's the thing: as someone who doesn't, if you come here during the summer hours, be prepared for the hours to completely, because there's so much sunlight throughout the entirety of the day. It'll be 10 p.m. or even midnight, and the sun is still up. And so there have been days when I woke up at 5 p.m. and I didn't feel like leaving my apartment till 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let me go run some errands. And it's 10 p.m., even though it looks like it's noon.
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, oh, right.
Right. Mess up your whole sleeping day.
Everyone's closed. I have full-blown got in my car and gone to a Walmart or one of the Asian markets to go get something to eat, and they're just like, oh no, why are they closed right now? And I look at the time and it's 10 p.m. That's why it's closed. And then the opposite is true in darkness hours, because I'm motivated by the sun, Dade. So she loves hearing the Dade County of it all.
Because you know what I think about when you...
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness.
During nighttime hours, if you are like myself, motivated by sunlight, then you aren't as motivated to leave your house, I don't think. I get very hesitant to be like, oh, it's dark outside. I don't really want to do anything So I'm a lot less inclined to do like my daily or my weekly errands that gotta go
Right.
run. Like I'm not walking outside to go to a store to go grocery shopping because it's dark outside and I don't want to.
Gotcha.
Even though it's noon. It's like it's actually the middle of the day. It's the best time to go grocery shopping. There's no one there, but
Right.
I don't want to. It's dark outside.
It's dark outside.
And then I have a job, like depending on, cause I have a job that I work overnight, but there are some people who work through those hours.
Right.
So for people who work through those hours, it feels like you went to work, it was dark outside. You left work, it's dark outside.
It's dark outside,
So for
yeah.
you, it's dark outside the entire time.
Correct.
Thank you all for coming to watch the Panda podcast. Again, where our PR stands for petty and ridiculous. If you are looking forward to hear more from us about the things, I recommend you go over to our Patreon where we had a little bit more of a candid conversation about some things that aren't meant for public consumption. If you are feeling happy to listen to us, feel free to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all of the other social medias. They are listed below. I don't know if I'm actually going to list them below. I have to go back and edit. I have to edit this. Ready? All right. One more time.